This is Raja Avula, Faculty of History. In the medieval Indian history, in the part of the early medieval Indian history, today we are going to discuss about the Cholas. Cholas, they have big role. That means Cholas, they have their own part, own system, own history in the South Indian history. They played vital role in the development of the social conditions, economical conditions, cultural conditions. They have served and they played a vital role for the cultural development of South India. Especially that is what temple development. And Cholas, originally Cholas are two parts. Coming to the point of the Cholas, they are Sangam period Cholas. Sangam Cholas. These were also called as ancient Cholas. And second Cholas are the imperial Cholas. Imperial Cholas. These were also called as modern Cholas. Imperial Cholas are modern Cholas. Cholas are two parts. So imperial Cholas can be considered as from 850 to 1200 AD. They ruled South India. The Cholas are believed that to have overthrown the Pallavas in the South India. Before Cholas came to the throne, Pallavas, they were very powerful. Pallavas were the powerful before the existence of these Cholas. And Cholas, they ruled below the Pallavas, below the Cholas, they were Pandyas. Pandyas. These are the Cholas. Chola state is buffer state between the Pallavas and Pandyas. Cholas state is a buffer state between Pallavas and Pandyas. Around 9th century AD, in the year 9th century AD, there occurred war between the Pallavas and Pandyas. Pallavas and Pandyas. The struggle between the Pallavas and Pandyas period. Cholas, they worked as under the control of the Pandyas. Cholas, they worked under the control of the Pandyas. That means Cholas were feudatories of Pandyas. Cholas were the Samanta kings of the Pandyas. So they became very prominent. These Cholas became very prominent in the 19th century. They established a vast empire and a major portion of the South India after the Pallavas. Even these Cholas, they extended their kingdom in the complete South India, this part of the South India. Also, they extended their kingdom to the Sri Lanka, Ceylon, Sri Lanka, and in the Southeast Asian countries like Malaya, Java, Sumatra, these Indonesian islands. Some Indonesian islands were also defeated and occupied. That's why Chola's kingdom extended to the Ceylon and also extended to the Malaya, Java, Sumatra areas. That's why this is called as Imperial Chola Kingdom. And Cholas, they issued inscriptions. Many inscriptions were issued by the Cholas. Those inscriptions we can found in temples and other places. These inscriptions, they would speak about the administration of Cholas, society of the Cholas, economy of the Cholas period, cultural development of the Cholas period. All these we are knowing from the temple inscriptions of Cholas. Temple inscriptions of the Cholas. This Imperial Chola kingdom was founded by Vijayalaya Chola. Vijayalaya Chola. He was founder of the Imperial Chola kingdom. Now we will discuss the Cholas political history. Political history of the Cholas. Political history means to know about the rulers. Vijayalaya Chola, he was founded around 850 AD. Vijayalaya Chola, he was a feudatory of the Pallavas. And while he was the feudatory of the Pallavas, he captured Tanjavur. He captured Tanjavur and built a temple called Durga temple in the Tanjavur. He followed the worship of Durga. Vijayalaya Chola. After the Vijayalaya Chola's son Aditya Chola, he came to the throne. Aditya Chola, this Aditya Chola period, coming to the point of the Pallava kingdom. Aparajita Varma was Pallava ruler. So initially Aparajita Varma, he fought with his brother in the civil war of the Pallavas. In civil war of Pallavas, Aditya Chola initially helped to the Aparajita Varma. Aparajita Varma came to the throne, and finally Aparajita Varma was killed and Pallava kingdom occupied by the Aditya Chola. Aditya Chola, he killed Aparajita Varma, last Pallava ruler, and annexed the Pallava kingdom. After the Aparajita Varma, the next ruler was Parantaka I. Parantaka I, he ruled from 957 to 973. Parantaka I, he defeated Pandyas, deep South India. Pandyas, they ruled deep South India. Pandyas, they were associated with Ceylon. Ceylon and Pandyas, these two become alliances. These two fought with Parantaka I. Parantaka I, in the battle of Vellaluru, Parantaka I defeated both Ceylon rulers and Pandya rulers. So later period, after this, but during the time of the Parantaka I period, Rashtrakuta and Chola conflict was started. Rashtrakuta King Krishna III. Krishna III fought with Parantaka. Krishna III versus Parantaka. So this is what called as the Battle of Takkolam. In the Battle of Takkolam, Parantaka was defeated by the Krishna III, and Krishna III, he occupied Kanchi and Tanjavur sometimes. That's why Krishna III, he assumed the title Conqueror of Kanchi and Tanjavur. And there, by that time, that means sometime, Krishna III, he defeated Parantaka. Some years, that means some months or years, he occupied Kanchi and also capital of Cholas, that is Tanjavur, Kanchi. These two were occupied by the Krishna III. After the defeat of Parantaka, nearly 30 years, Chola kingdom fell into the troubles. 30 years, for the 30 years, Chola kingdom fell into the troubles. The Rashtrakuta army overran Tondai Mandalam. They captured the Tondai Mandalam. Coming to the point of the Parantaka I, he was a great builder. He constructed many temples, and also he provided Vimana for the temples. Vimana means constructing this temple with stories. Constructing the temple with stories. This is what called as Vimana. Constructing temple with stories. This is what called as Vimana. And above the Vimana there is a Sikhara. This stories, step by step. Stories means step by step. Antastuluga. he started the construction of the Vimana with storage. This style started by the Parantakavan in the temple construction. Especially he constructed a temple at Chidambaram with golden roof. The roof was of the Chidambaram was golden roof. Next, after this, Parantakavan, he issued two famous Uttarameruru inscriptions. He issued the Uttarameruru inscription. In the Uttarameruru, there are two inscriptions issued by the Parantakavan. That Uttarameruru inscription speaks about village administration of Cholas. That is local self-government of the Cholas. Local self-government of Cholas. Remember, Cholas were very famous in the South India. In the complete entire India, Cholas are very famous for the local self-government. That you have to remember. So after the Parantakavan, Gandaraditya, he came to the throne. He and his queen Sambhayana Mahadevi, these two, they played very big role in the politics of in the domain of the Cholas politics. But Cholas of this period, they were weak. Cholas of this period, they were weak. After the Gandaraditya, Arinjaya, he came to the throne. He was a brother of the Gandaraya, and he had very short period. He ruled very short period. After that, Sundara Chola, he came to the throne. Sundara Chola, he ruled from 957 to 973. Sundara Chola, he was also called as Parantakattu. His title was Parantakattu. So with the help of Sundara Chola's son named Aditya. So he was also called as Aditya Chola too. His son Aditya Chola too. With the help of the Aditya Chola too, Sundara Chola, he defeated Veerapandya. He was Pandya ruler. Veerapandya. Pandya ruler was defeated by the Chola king Sundara Chola. After this Sundara Chola, Uttama Chola. Uttama Chola, he was also called as Gandaraditya. So the son of defeated by the latter Chalukya ruler Taila II. So Uttama Chola, he was the son of Gandaraditya. Uttama Chola, he was son of Gandaraditya, and he was defeated by Chalukya ruler Taila II. Taila II, by this time, Taila II, he was also called as Tailapa II, founder of Kalyani Chalukya kingdom. He was founder of Kalyani Chalukya kingdom. Here you can remember one thing, during the time of the Uttama Chola period, there started Kalyani Chalukya and Chola conflict. Chalukya Chola conflict. Chalukya Chola conflict. But here you remember one thing, coming to the point of this. Here this part was under the control of the Kalyani Chalukyas. Kalyani Chalukyas. And this part was under the control of the Vengi Chalukyas. Vengi Chalukyas. Pallavas were not there. Below the Vengi Chalukyas, this area was under the control of the Cholas. This was under the control of the Cholas. So, Cholas, they fought with Kalyani Chalukyas. But Cholas, they did not fought with Vengi Chalukyas. Chola Vengi Chalukya friendship was continued, but Chola Kalyani Chalukya conflict was continued. These two fought each other, these two become friends. That you have to remember. Next two. After this, Rajaraja Chola. Since from the Rajaraja Chola period, again regained the zenith of that means the glory of Cholas regained during the time of the Rajaraja Chola. Rajaraja Chola, he came to the throne in 985. He was also called as Arumoli Varman. His name, Arumoli Varman. This is important. Asked earlier examinations. So, Rajaraja Chola period. Chola kingdom became imperial Chola kingdom. Chola kingdom became imperialism. Chola's imperialism started during this period because he mounted the naval expedition against Ceylon. Ceylon ruler of this period, Mahendra V. Ceylon ruler Mahendra V. He occupied southeast Ceylon. Southeast Ceylon. Here, this is a Ceylon. Coming to the point of the Ceylon. Southeast means this area. This area was occupied by the Rajaraja Chola. The remaining area, later period, occupied by his son Rajendra I. That you have to remember. Along with this, Rajaraja I, he destroyed Anuradhapura. It was capital of Ceylon. Capital of Ceylon. This Anuradhapura was destroyed. After the destroying of the Anuradhapura, Rajaraja I, he constructed Pulonna Ruwa. He constructed the Pulonna Ruwa. It was capital of the Ceylon. Now Pulonna Ruwa is also it is a very famous city in the Ceylon. So towards the rule of the Rajaraja I period, he also conquered the Maldives. He completed the construction of a Shiva temple, Rajarajeshwara temple. He constructed Rajarajeshwara temple at Tanjavur. Remember one thing, Cholas, they started, remember here clearly, Cholas, they constructed temples on their names, king names, and also started the erection of the king idols in the temple. రాజు పేరుతో గుళ్ళు కట్టడమే కాకుండా రాజు విగ్రహాలు కూడా గుళ్ళో పెట్టారు. అంటే బ్రతికున్నటువంటి మనిషికి టెంపుల్స్ కన్స్ట్రక్ట్ చేయడం. Cholas, they started to construct temples for the humankind, those who are alive. Still it is continuing, even now modern days, like Kusbu temple. Kusbu temple recently that was demolished in the Tamil Nadu because she made a controversial statement towards the present youth, young youth of women. That's why her temple was destructed. Rajinikanth temple, they constructed Rajinikanth temples, like they constructed several temples. That construction of the temple on the name of the alive person, on the name of the living humankind, started by the Cholas. That too Rajaraja Chola. The style is started by the Rajaraja Chola. And he was also encouraged. Sriman Vijayatunga Varman. He was Sailendra king, Sri Vijaya king, Sailendra king, Sri Vijaya king. That is there in the Indonesia, Malayas area. Rajaraja I, he gave permission to this Vijayatunga Varma, Sriman Vijayatunga Varma, to construct a Buddhist vihara at Nagapatnam. He constructed. Who constructed Buddhist vihara? Sailendra ruler Sriman Vijayatunga Varma, he constructed a Buddhist vihara at Nagapatnam. For that, permission was given by Rajaraja I. Permission was given by the Rajaraja I. This vihara, the vihara which was constructed by the Vijayatunga Varman, this vihara is called as Chudamani Vihara. Chudamani Vihara, after the name of the father of Sri Vijaya ruler, Vijayatunga Varma father, Chudamani, Chudarani, Chudarani, he was the father of Vijayatunga Varma. On his name, Vijayatunga Varma constructed a Buddhist vihara at Nagapatnam, that is there in Tamil Nadu. Nagapatnam, that is there in Tamil Nadu. Nagapatnam, later period in, what is that, 1689, Dutch East India Company, they made headquarters of the Dutch East India Company, Nagapatnam. That you can remember. After this, Rajendra I. Rajendra I, he was a very powerful ruler of the Chola kingdom. He was the greatest Chola king. Rajendra I. During his period, the power of the Chola kingdom reached its zenith. That means touching the sky. Reached its zenith means touching the sky. Wala power akasan antindi antam. Touched to the sky. In 1011, he was Yuvaraja. 2012 period, he was Yuvaraja. And he came to the power in 1014 after the death of his father. Rajendra I, he invaded Ceylon. Actually, this area, southeast area, was occupied by his son, his father Rajaraja I. The father of Rajendra I, Rajaraja I, occupied southeastern area of the Ceylon and distracted Anuradhapura. The remaining area, this area was occupied by the Rajendra I. That means by the Rajendra I, finished the annexation of Ceylon. The complete Ceylon was completed by the annexation or conquer of the Ceylon was completed by the Rajendra I, and he captured Mahendra V. He was a Ceylonese king as a war captive. Yuddha Kaidiga తీసుకొచ్చారు as a war prisoner. In 1018, he made his son Rajadiraja as a Yuvaraja. And he possessed the throne of the Vengi. During his period, he occupied Vengi. By this time, Vengi ruler was Rajadiraja, made as a Rajadiraja, Vengi ruler. Since this period, Vengi became, that means Chalukya kingdom, Eastern Chalukya kingdom became Chalukya Chola kingdom. By the Rajendra I period, Vengi Chalukya kingdom became Chalukya Chola kingdom. And he also occupied Kalinga. What is that? During the time of the Rajendra I period, he shifted capital from Tanjavur to Gangaikonda Cholapuram. Gangaikonda Cholapuram was constructed by the Rajendra I. He shifted capital to the Gangaikonda Cholapuram. Even in the Gangaikonda Cholapuram, Rajendra I, he constructed Brihadiswara temple. He constructed the Brihadiswara temple at Gangaikonda Cholapuram. And also he led a naval expedition against the Srivijaya kingdom, Malaya Peninsula, Malaya, Java, Sumatra, that area, neighboring islands, that is in Indonesia. Indonesian Malaya kingdom, Srivijaya kingdom. Srivijaya kingdom, this is also called as Sailendra kingdom. This kingdom ruled Indonesia. It was very powerful in the Indonesia. So, this kingdom was defeated by Rajendra I. Rajendra I. But what happened during the time of the Rajaraja I period? Rajaraja I period, Srivijaya king Vijayatunga Varma, Srivijaya king Vijayatunga Varma accepted, asked the help of the Rajaraja I to construct Buddhist Vihara. Yes, originally during the time of Rajaraja I period, coming to the point of the Sailendra king Vijayatunga Varma, he constructed Buddhist Vihara at Nagapatnam, and Sailendra king, he maintained friendship with Rajaraja I and asked the help of the Rajaraja I to construct a Buddhist Vihara. Rajaraja I gave permission to the Vijayatunga Varma to construct Nagapatnam Buddhist Vihara, that is Chodalani Vihara. That happened. But during the time of the Rajendra I period, this Srivijaya and Sailendra king did not accept the traders to cross the Bay of Bengal. They did not accept the traders to cross the Bay of Bengal. It was at this moment Rajendra I, to protect the traders, he defeated Srivijaya kingdom. He defeated the Srivijaya kingdom. Finally, Srivijaya kingdom accepted the suzerainty of Chola king, and Srivijaya kingdom capital was Kudaram. Kudaram was the capital of Srivijaya kingdom. That is not there in that this thing. Kudaram was the capital of the Sailendra kingdom. That's why Rajendra I, he got the title Kudaram Konda. Kudaram Konda. After annexation of the Kudaram, he got the title Kudaram Konda. So this is about the Rajendra I with Srivijaya kingdom. After this, he had a friendly relation with the Kamboja king, northwestern Kamboja king. He had also embassies to the court of the Chinese court for the two times, 1116 and after that 1133. Latter period 1177 also sent to the after this Rajendra I, next ruler, he also sent embassies to the China. Rajendra I had also raided on Dhara, that is Paramara kingdom. Paramara kingdom, they were ruling Dhara, that is latest Bhopal. Paramara ruler of this period, Bhoja. He was called as Bhoja Raja, who was very popular to develop the Sanskrit literature. So Bhoja Raja was defeated by the Rajendra I. So Rajendra I, he also defeated Paramara king, Dhara king, Bhoja Raja, and he occupied Vidarbha, Kosala and also Kalinga areas. Finally in 1044, Rajendra I was died. After the death of the Rajendra I, Rajadiraja, he came to the throne. During the time of the Rajadiraja period, he destroyed Chalukya place, that is Kampili in Karnataka. That is there in the Kampili in Karnataka. This area was destroyed by the Rajadiraja. Initially, Rajadiraja scored victory over the Western Chalukyas. But later period, he scored victory over the Kalyani Chalukyas, and also he constructed a victory pillar at Yadgiri. He constructed a victory pillar. But latter period, he also sacked the Kalyani Chalukyas capital, Kalyani. So he was called as Vijaya Rajendra. But Rajendra II, he was son of Rajadiraja I. Sorry, younger brother of I am very sorry, younger brother of Rajendra II, younger brother of the Rajadi Raja Rajendra II, younger brother of Rajadi Raja Rajendra II. Rajendra II made as a prince, and he sent against the kingdom, that is battle of Koppam. During this period there occurred battle of Koppam between the Kalyani Chalukyas, this Kalyani Chalukya king Someswara, and also Chola king Rajadiraja. By this time Chola king Rajadiraja was defeated and Rajadiraja was killed in the battlefield. The young prince Rajendra II declared himself as a ruler of Chola kingdom in the battlefield. That happened. So next Rajendra II, he himself crowned in the battlefield of the Koppam. I told to you, he constructed victory pillar at Kollapura. This was area of the Kalyani Chalukyas. Even though Rajadiraja died, he defeated Someswara again in the battle of Kudali. Next Kulothunga III, he was last great ruler Kulothunga III. But after the Kulothunga III started the decline of the Chola kingdom. Last Chola king was Rajendra III. Last king was Rajendra III. After this, coming to the point of the Chola's administration, they followed traditional administrative system. King was head of the family. King was head of the state. And for the purpose of the administrative convenience, kingdom was divided into mandalam. Mandalam is big province. It was a big province in the Chola kingdom, Mandalam. The head of the Mandalam is prince. He was also called as governor. Head of the Mandalam was governor. Governor usually appointed a prince. Usually he will come from the royal family. So Mandalam is also called as Rashtra. That is Rajyam. It is also called as Rashtra or Rajyam. I am sorry. Mandalam again divided into Velanadu, Mandalam. After the Mandalam Velanadu, that you can write like this. First, state or kingdom. Kingdom was divided into Mandalam. State head is king. Mandalam head is governor. Mandalam can be divided into Velanadu. Velanadu head was Nattar. The council, Velanadu council is called as Nattar. Nattar is a council of officers in the Velanadu. Last part is Nadu. It is also called as Kottam or Kurram. Velanadu, Nadu, Gramam. These are the divisions of administration of the Cholas. State, Mandalam, Velanadu, Nadu, Gramam. Nadu. After the Velanadu, Nadu, this is also called as Kurram or Kottam. In the Nadu, Vellalas, these were called as land. Vellalas were the farmers. Those who have the land, Vellalas, they have authority over the land. And during the Cholas period, cities was under the control of the traders. Cities was under the control of the traders. And Chola's period, some villages were given to the Brahmins. These were called as Brahmadeyas. They granted villages for the temples and also villages for the Brahmins. Villages for the temples and Brahmins were called as Brahmadeya. Brahmadeya villages were there more than 300. More than 300 Brahmadeya villages were there during the Chalukya's period. Next, among all these, village administration of the Chalukyas is most important. Uttarameruru inscription of Parantaka, this Uttarameruru inscription of Parantaka speaks about Parantaka and Kulotunga. There are two inscriptions. In the Uttarameruru, one inscription was issued by the Parantaka, another one inscription was issued by the Kulotunga. These two inscriptions of Uttarameruru speaks about village administration. Villages were administered by a council. Each and every village was administered by the council, that is 30 members. And in the villages, Vur, Sabha, Nagara, these are the village assemblies. Village assemblies are called as Vur, Sabha, Nagara. Vur was a farmer's representative. Vur was council of the farmer's representative. Sabha was Brahman Agraharas called as Sabha. And traders, Nagaram, that is Nagaram was under the control of the traders. Next to election process, they used to be conducted elections for the village wards. Each and every village divided into wards. This ward is called as Kudumba. Ward is called as Kudumba. There are 30 wards. Elected member is called as Kuduvalai. He was called as elected member. Each and every village had 30 Kudumbas, 30 wards. Ward member is called as Kuduvalai. That is lottery system, lot electing method. That was the lot electing method. In that lot electing method, they used to keep one pot at the lot electing method. Keeping one pot. In the lot electing method, they used to keep one pot. Putting the sticks in the pot. So that is the election process of the Chola's period. So 3/4 of the qualifications, each and every member, those who are in the participation of the elections are ward member. He has some qualifications. At least 3/4 of acres on his own land, own house. He should have own house. Age between the 35 to 70 years, and master of the Vedas, mantras, Dharma Sutras, and the Brahmanas. Other qualifications, if had 1/8 acre of the land, should have complete mastery over the Vedas and 4 Bhashyas. ఒకవేళ 1/8 land ఉంటే, he should be master of the Vedas and 4 Bhashyas. If once elected, he cannot be re-elected for 3 years. If once elected, cannot get re-elected for 3 years. That means only 2 times. He can elect for only 2 times. People who earned wealth, illegal wealth, they were not eligible. Illegal wealth, that was not eligible, and should not committed Panchamahapatakas, sins, should have good health and mentally fit, and being a member of previously a member, being a previously member, he should submit his accounts. He should submit the accounts. If he was a previously member, he should have submit all the accounts. Otherwise, he will be not eligible. And the people, those who are suffering with diseases, they were not eligible. The people, those who are committed some crimes, is not eligible. Like that, eligibilities, disqualifications were also there for the election process. This is most important election. And trade guilds were called as Ainanuru. Popularly, they were the 500 traders. Traders were called as Manigramam, Nanadesi, Ainanuru, Vilanjiyar. These are the names of the traders. Next, Cholas period, art and architecture. Coming to the point of the architecture of the Cholas period. Architecture of the Cholas period. In the Cholas period, Dravidian art and architecture reached its highest standards. This quotation was given by the S.R. Balasubramaniam. And also Nilakanta Shastri, according to the K.A. Nilakanta Shastri, in temples construction, few of the Pallava traditions, Cholas were followed. Some Pallava traditions were followed by the Cholas, according to K.A. Nilakanta Shastri. Next, Cholas temples can be divided into three parts. The early phase of the temples, they built smaller size temples in the early phase, like Vijayalaya Choleswara temple at Natramalai, Mover Kovil at Kodambaluru. Next to Korangantalayam at Srinivasavallur, Nageshwaralayam at Kumbakonam. All these are belongs to the first phase. They are smaller in size. Important features of these temples. They have Garbhagudi, that is sanctum sanctorium, erection of the idol in the Garbhagudi. Garbhagudi means idol room. Mandapas, they also constructed mandapas, pillars on the walls, attached pillars to the walls. And Devakostas, Sikara was in square. That is what called as Sikara. This Sikara was in the square. We will see that. This is Sikara. So this Sikara is in the square. Top square, that is a flat. This is example of the Dravidian style of architecture. This constructed, this is one story, this is another story, this is another story, this is another story, this is another story. Like that, antastuluga kattu untaru. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that, different stories. They constructed with different stories. This is Dravidian style of architecture. Next to middle phase, coming to the point of the middle phase temples, Rajaraja I, he constructed Brihadishwara temples, huge temples. Rajaraja I constructed Brihadishwara temple at Tanjavur. This is the proud of the Indian great art and architecture. It was the best example, magnificent temple and best example for the Dravidian architecture. And also his son, Rajaraja I's son, Rajendra I, he constructed Brihadishwara temple at Gangaikonda Cholapuram. Final phase, last phase of the temple construction. In this phase, temples were constructed and a separate worshipping room for the Devi. That is, they constructed a separate worshipping room for the Devi. Introduced a new corbel style, that is Pasupodetica, top of the pillar, in the top of the pillar. Here in the top of the pillar, this Pasupodetica. That was the another style. In the final phase, The construction of the temples in the final phase, this we discussed already. In the final phase, Airavateswaralayam at Darasuram, Kampahareswaralayam at Tribhuvanam, Chidambaram and Srirangam. These temples are belongs to the final phase temples. Next, sculptures of that period. Nataraja sculpture is very famous of that period. Panchaloha, that is 5 metal alloy, Panchaloha Nataraja temples were very famous of that period. For the images of the making images of the Panchaloha temples, there was a separate gilt. Walls of the temple were dedicated with Shiva and Vaishnava sculptures, the walls of the temples. In this period, artists were very famous. These artists of this period, bronze and Panchaloha, these sculptures were very famous of that period. They also constructed Nataraja Murti, Parvati sculpture, Lakshmi, Bhudevi. These were very famous sculptures of that period, Cholas period. So this is about the Cholas art and architecture. Cholas is very famous for the Panchaloha temples. This is about Cholas period. By this ended the South Indian, early medieval South Indian kingdoms. In the next video, we will discuss about the North Indian kingdoms, that is Rajput kingdoms. In the next video, we will discuss about the Rajput kingdoms. Okay, good luck.